All right, so let's continue with our practice on multi-time frame analysis. And now let's jump to the charts. Yeah, so this is gonna be the real thing now on the charts with the candles and everything. So let's start here. Like I said on the previous video, we start the analysis from the higher time frame going to the lower time frame. So this is exactly how I do it every morning, every day, for the analysis for the pair I'm gonna be trading for that day. Okay, so just to have some previous like history here on how the market was moving. So we had this push here, and then the swing pulled back, right? And then we had a break with the candle close, like on top of this high, wick high. And then we had the push. Then this became our strong low. And when price pushed again, it was supposed to be, price was supposed to stop somewhere here for the pullback. And then this push tried to break the recent high, and then it couldn't. So this is one of the things too, right guys, because it's not only market structure, but you also need to look at price action. So what is price doing, where it stopped, what it tried to do and couldn't accomplish. So in this very good example here, right? So price stopped here at this demand, then it tried to push to break this high and it couldn't. So, and what happened after that? We had a break. I mean, not a break. We had a pushback again. And again, right? Like if price just came here and mitigated on something else and it continued, it could have done this, right? And continue up. But in this case, it broke down with the candle body closure below the lows. So before this low here was the strong low, and that was the weak high. But after the closure here, now this became the strong high and this became the weak low. So on the daily, the swing structure became bearish. Okay. Remember like how price moves: push, pull back, push. Came back, pull back, try to break, couldn't break, and then push down. And so what's gonna happen again? Same thing: push, pull back, push, until price fails to break. Okay, so this was too small of a structure for us to set as our swing. I don't really map my dailies on like the internal structure of the daily, because I don't think it's necessary, but you could if you wanted. So let's continue just with the swing to make it easier for us, so I can explain it better for you guys. So like after this push here, right? So just a quick note here, guys, and I think you guys will be seeing on this example. That's why it's always better to go pro trend. Like let's say here now, right? We had this push. So that's why it's always good to go pro trend, because it doesn't mean that because it broke down here that it's supposed to pull back. Price doesn't need to do anything, you know. So that's why it's always more higher probability to continue with the trend. You see, even on the smaller time frame, on the internal structure, you can see that price was bearish here. So yeah, because like I said, like you can see here, the price pulled back, but it doesn't need to, because if we use the discount and premium price, let me change this thing to the let's say here, yeah, you see. So here would be the premium price of this swing move if we mark this, right? But as you can see, price didn't go all the way up there. It could price, like after that push, it could continue like going until then it fails and then it wants to pull back. Okay, so let's continue here. Now we have, after this push, now this was a more significant pullback for us to mark this as our strong low. I mean, sorry. Yeah, so strong high and then we had the pullback. Yeah, no, now we had this weak low. Sorry about that. And okay, and now we have this strong high here. Okay, so same thing, right? So what do we expect? Price to pull back, and this high should be protected until we see a bigger change, which means this would switch bullish, and then we would maybe start seeing like a switch of direction, and maybe it coming all the way up here. We're not gonna be going to the weekly, but this, like as you can see, that it's a very big push. So this would probably be like a weekly push and then a weekly pullback. But let's continue here on the daily. So okay, again, so we have this daily strong, right? So let's continue. Let's play this and see what's gonna happen. Okay, so now remember, for us to we had a chalk here somewhere. Let's see, this, I would mark this one here as our chalk up. Daily chalk. Let's see, where is it? Sorry guys, I changed this thing here. Now it's all over the place. So we had this the daily chalk, right? So again, right? So what is the chalk means? The chalk is the first sign that it probably would want to pull back, but sometimes it just wants to pull back to stop somewhere here, and then it goes down. So here, right, we had this push, and so far we only had the wick. And so when we talk about multi-time frame analysis, guys, like when you see like small structures like this on the lower time frame, like you don't need, sometimes you don't even need to go to the lower time frame to know that this is that this would be like a 4-hour swing, right, on the lower time frame. Because like you're gonna, like as you start trading and analyzing your pairs every day, you see like when price is doing like a bigger move like this on the daily, right? So you see that here price on the 4-hour would have changed bullish for a little bit to come here, then change bearish and continue. So like just by looking at the daily, you can see that. But again, like because we had this switch of direction to the swing on the daily to switch bearish, we expect that price will continue bearish until we see a very like a bigger like switch of direction, and then we start making higher highs, which will be like a bigger pullback. But so far, because our daily is still bearish, we only had this pullback here. We had a break. We could mark this, let's see. We could mark this low here as our swing low now, because it was a very good pullback. So let's see what's happening on the lower time frame. Let's go to the 4-hour. Okay, even on the 4-hour, you can see that we had this you see like how big the push was to the upside, and we had the chalk was all the way down here. You see that like on the daily, we saw that the chalk was up here, but when you see that price on, let's say on the daily, right? When it comes here and it start pulling back, you usually gonna see on the lower time frame, in which case, in this case would be on the 4 hour, you're gonna see the chalk all the way down here on the 4 hour, but maybe sometimes the daily chalk will be kind of like somewhere up here, because like you price would usually like do something like this, and then the chalk will be here. But the reversal, it starts on the lower time frame, and then it will be like doing a small structure and then switch bullish here, and then you see that this is gonna be the higher time frame pullback. Okay, so let's go back there. 4 hour, right? So we're still here. We still protected because the daily, it's still that strong daily, which is this orange line here, and so far price just wicked that high and it hasn't closed above. So let's continue again, right? So price continued to push like nothing yet, and then we die it down. So let's see how it looks on the 15-minute. So here, guys, you see, like, let's say you guys had your bullish structure here on the 15. Okay, so you probably would have, let me mark this, like the bullish 15 would be kind of like this, and then you would have like here. I'm just giving like some examples and like showing you in real time how I would be looking at this. And this is a very good example. Instead of going with like very specific examples, I want to show you guys more complex examples, which like I think you guys need to learn first, because then the easy ones, which what other people like to teach, because they show you the best scenarios, So I want to show you the hardest scenarios, because when you see a more complex, when you see the easier to spot complex, then it will be easy for you to, when you understand the complex, then the basic and easy will be easier. So I hope you understand what I mean. Okay, so here, right? Remember, like just by seeing the waves, remember what I told you guys before. This would be like a small structure. Then we see the swing structure. So like this would be kind of like a swing. This would be like internal structure, another swing, another push. Okay. Okay, let's so mark this up here. And then what after this push on the 15, what is the lowest lowest place where price went before the push? So this would be it. So after we had this break here, so this was the lowest part of the pullback, right, of the swing on the 15-minute. So right here, this is what I want to teach you guys. So this is very important. Right here, right? This is the price on the 15-minute swing. It turned bullish here. So this is very important for you guys to understand, because remember that this is the strong high on the daily. Remember? Let me go back there for you guys to see. Like we are right here on the 15-minute. Let me change that to the 15-minute. Dark. Okay. Right. We are right here. So as you can see on the 15-minute, price turned bullish on top of that, the line. But like after that happened, what happened? We had a push down. So I need you guys to understand this, the multi-time frame analysis, because we start from the higher time frame, which is the most important one. Then we go and lower to the lower time frame, right? On the 4 hour, we also didn't close above. We just had like this wick, and it was kind of volatile here. So it's like I would probably not be doing much here because it looks like very choppy and nothing really happened. Maybe it was news or something like that, or it depend on the time where this happened. So like right here, guys. So when you see that, okay, price wants to continue going up because it turned bullish on the 15. But remember, like when you see something like this, like you go to the 4 hour and see, oh, like what's going on here? Like, okay, price just wicked above, and like which one is more is stronger, the higher time frame or the lower time frame? The higher time frame. So like when you see that price, okay, it turned bullish on the 15-minute swing, but it just wicked out on the higher time frame. You already know, okay, like I need more confirmation that this wants to continue going up. So like you don't do anything. And that's why, like when you saw that even though price turned bullish here, then we saw that it just wicked on the daily and the 4 hour. Then price again, it turned bearish here. You see? So the price only turned bullish on top of that just to try to break the high there, but this is we are talking about a higher time frame structure, so it only wicked out there and here it closed above just to try to break the highs or maybe sweep liquidity, which we're gonna learn later, and then right away it pushed down again and switched bearish, aligning with the daily and the 4 hour. So I hope you guys understand this part. And I think I think the more we analyze every day, I think you guys will be getting this more with the practice on the daily. As we practice daily and we look at the same pair every day, you guys gonna get a sense of how the market's moving, and it's gonna be easier for you guys. So let's continue so we can see some more examples how we can use the different time frames to create a story like on the movement on the market. So let's continue to push down here. Okay, so here, right? Remember what happened? Even though we had a chalk, even though price turned bearish here on the daily, then we pushed up. We never closed above this on the daily and the 4 hour. And like I said, guys, like it didn't go all the way up to pull back on this to this swing here. So, and you see like sometimes the movements will be larger on the higher time frame. Like look how big this is, but because like price was very bullish here, so like this was still our low and that was still our high, you know. So like look the difference on this move and this smaller move. Okay, so now, right, so now we have this low here protected, and then what happened now? So again, right, we had this push, the pullback, and now another push. So after we had price break below and with a body closure below this recent low, now our strong high, I mean this was gonna be our strong high. So we can just copy, of course that's gonna happen, right? So we're gonna copy this guy here and that was the highest area price went before the break. So this is now our strong high. Okay, so as price continues, boom, like right here, right? The what is our nearest high? This would be the nearest high if we are to have a chalk on the bullish chalk, but only when price breaks above that we're gonna have a chalk. I'll just leave this here in case so we can continue to see. Okay, nothing happened. We had a break again. We had a bearish pause again. Boom, continue. Okay, so nothing happened here. I'll just move this to the side. And then we had a bearish pause. Oops, what did I do? Okay. And the bearish, and these are strong high. Okay, we continue like that. I just want to keep playing because I want to show you guys an example. Okay, right here, right? Again, guys, we're gonna learn this later because we're looking at because when we're looking, even though we're looking at just the swings, the fractal is very important too, so we can expect the change, the switch of direction. Let me change this to the here. So as you can see here, like price, we had a pullback here, and then price came all the way down here, and we had, let's see if this breaks. So you can see that like here 09334, and that is 09364. Let me see if I'm seeing this right. I'm gonna look at here at the OHSL. Okay, 09334 and 09364. So you can see that we had a break of this recent high here. So like that, we had a chalk in a sense, but that's why I'm saying like that a chalk is just a little signal. You cannot just go like with the chalk to expect price to pull back, because it doesn't always need to do like this, come here, oh no, now we have a chalk, like we're gonna take longs from here up. No, we need to understand that price is still bearish, and maybe this is just a sweep of liquidity, which price is grabbing orders on top of this high here, just to continue down as it did, right? So let's continue. Okay, boom, price still, this is too small of a price action to be a swing. Let's see what happened. Okay, price reacted to these highs here, and then we had a chalk. Okay, we had a chalk here, right? Where is this? Oh, there you go. Now we can use this guy. Okay, so now we had a chalk here. So remember, guys, like I said, when you see, even if you see smaller structure on the data like this, you're gonna see like price, maybe this is a swing on the 4-hour or the 15, even like a bigger structure on the 15. And when you see price like chalk, like in this case, right, we had a chalk bullish on the daily. On the 4-hour, you'll see like price, we had a swing, and then it pushed down, it had a bearish pause, and it changed the direction with a swing bullish here. And this would look like this on the daily, and we would have a bigger structure on the 4-hour. So let's see how it looks there. Remember, we had a bullish chalk to the upside, our swing on the daily is still bearish. So we are expecting price only to come back somewhere up here, like maybe to this supply, or maybe we can use our discount. We can use our discount price too, and discount and premium price. This would be the EQ of this move. Let's see. Let me use the main here. Okay. So even like right here, right? We're gonna learn this later, but this is like a sell to buy supply area. We don't need to worry about that right now. But you can see that here is the 50% area of this swing move. So let's go to the 4 hour. Remember what I said? So here, right? Sorry that I'm having to grab this stuff here on the fly. Okay, we have boom, price had a swing bearish move, which would be here. We change price boss. Okay. And then what happened? This, remember, this is the strong daily high, and this will this will be the daily wick low now. But on the 4 hour, you can see that we had the strong high, wick low, strong high, wick low. This price was supposed just to come here to pull back here, but like what happened? Instead of doing this to continue on the daily, it came here and then it broke to the upside. So price is switching bullish on the 4 hour to facilitate the pullback on the daily. Okay, so I hope you guys understand. So now that we know this, we know that we're not gonna push price too much on the daily, since we know that we're expecting price to maybe, like I said, it's like comes to some supply here, or now we are hitting the EQ of the bearish on the daily. So price could just stop here to continue the move down, and this switching price, this switch in the swing price action was just to help price pull back on the daily. So let's see what's happening on the 15th. Same thing, right? Look at that. I'm just gonna mark here, guys, so make it easier for you. You see, we had a push. Now we had this strong high. Now we had the push again, and then price pushed up, breaking this high, which it looks pretty similar to the 4 hour. So if you wanted to take longs, maybe if you had like a very strong demand here, but you know that price just wants to do a pullback on the daily. So okay, now I see that price is getting close to the EQ, which is like almost the 50% of that move. So it's the premium zone of that strong push. So price anytime here, if I'm looking at the daily, anytime here price can just be switching again. It will switch. Let me just grab this, and so I'm just gonna do the 15 minutes boss, and then again, right, it looks pretty similar to the 4 hour. Of course, that's not gonna, what's happening? It doesn't want to glue to that, to the top one there. Oh, there you go. Okay, guys. So actually, it should be this one. Okay, so push, pull back, push. Okay, boom. Price pushed up. So we could maybe wait for price to come back here and probably like do a little pullback to then continue up and then like do a little pullback. And then when it's time that the pullback on the dailies is done, we would be see like a push down, maybe a pullback, and then we would like start to making lower lows on the 15, the 4 hour, and all of that. So let's see, let's play price here to see what's going on. You see, like it takes more time on the 4 hour, but look, let's see how it looks on the daily. Like you see, like how it respects the 15-minute push on the daily as well. You see, like to the pip here. I mean, not to the pip, but it came to this zone here. So you like you can be using the discount and premium price just to see where we are, and like when price switch bullish here, you know that this is just a pullback, and you could even set this as a internal structure, because that's the swing, and this is the struct, and this is the internal, and price switch bullish on the internal just to do the pullback, and then it would push down again. So all this time, remember that the swing, that's what I do when I'm trading. Like first thing, okay, how is the daily? It's bearish. Okay, so how is the bullish? Where it is? Where is price according to the 4 hour and daily? Okay, so it's finishing the pullback. Like what is it doing now? So like if we see here, right? Price came here. I'm just gonna put this here because this is like a supply that we're gonna be learning. And then okay, what happened? So this is the swing, price pullback, made a, you can see that this is a fractal. Now we had a, I'm just gonna grab this guy. Now we had a bearish chalk. So you see, first signal was a bullish chalk to signal you guys that price would start the pullback. Then when it was done with the pullback, then price signal with a bearish chalk, like that, to showing you that possibly the pullback was done, and then it broke, gave a bearish pullback. Let me draw this. Came here, pull. Remember what I said in the beginning, right? So like even here on the daily, just by looking at this, the fractal on the daily would be a larger movement on the 4 hour. But just here, like I don't even need to go to the 4 hour right now. Just here, right? Just by looking at the daily, because it's even easier to see because it's less candles. Like the 4 hour would probably look like something like that. Oh, sorry about that. Something like big like this, and then it would push, and then it would think that price would still try to go up, but we already know that this is a pullback. So like it's even less candles and it's easier to spot. So price here, right? It came here, it pulled back, it mitigated this supply, and then we had a bearish chalk. So after here, right? So price changed to bearish. So like we started the bearish movement from here to then continue down. Okay, so like you see how easier it is to spot. Let me see if we can see it better. Let's see. Yeah, right, even like this. So we'll probably like have my daily swing here, and then oops, sorry, then we had the low here, then we had the high there. Also this guy. Okay, like push, pull back. It came here to this. You would probably see as a daily a 4-hour chalk, but this was just a sweep of liquidity below here. Then price pushed up again, and then we came here. We reacted to a demand here. Then let me see if this breaks up below that. Yeah, you see, like, just if price close just a little bit below that, that's already a switch of a swing structure to the downside. So this swing switched bearish here, which you see like how everything aligns. Like the 4-hour is aligning on the daily, but the daily, it will probably be easier for you to spot. Look, like little pullback, push, bearish. So you would expect price to come back here to make a lower low, lower high, to then continue down. And then, okay, so which one? Where is your target? I mean, you would have another targets inside here on the 4-hour or maybe the 15, but you know that this is the wick low. So if that is only the pullback, this should be your target, because that's the wick low. I'm not saying that you need to hold all the way from here to there, but you would probably be taking shorts somewhere here and then somewhere here, and then okay, now I'm gonna be a little sorry. Let me play this back. Okay, let me just. So now I'm gonna be a little more cautious, because price can maybe just fail to continue down here, and probably you could start doing this. But as long as price don't switch, we still have our bias as the daily is bearish, right? So let's see what happens. Okay, you see we had a reaction. It doesn't mean that this is gonna turn bullish just because we had a reaction, right? And then let's see. Okay, you see that? And again, right? And you start to see that when we had this bearish move here, pulled back, see how powerful this move was. So like for us to have a bullish chalk, it would have to go all the way up here to break this high. But instead it just reacted, because this is a strong area, because this was the low where price reacted to start the pullback. So it just reacted, and then it continued down again. And price continues on the 4-hour again. You see, boom, price continues there. And then this will be same thing over and over and over again. Push, pull back, push, and now we would have that as our high, and we continue. Price on the daily, we would see that price broke here. You see that was the push on the daily. Price only switched bullish on the 4-hour to come pull back here. It doesn't need to go all the way up there, as you can see. Price then turned bearish, then just pull back to mitigate something here. Respected this strong high on the 4-hour, and then it continued with the move down, breaking this daily, which here will be the daily low. Let's say that. Okay. So I hope you guys get the sense and how everything moves and price. Like once you start stacking like one market structure on top of the other, one time frame on top of the other, you start like picturing like better how everything is moving. And this is, guys, like, because I'm playing back just to show you guys some like some very good examples, like some, like I showed you the failure to break the highs, and now I showed you guys that price just came to pull back here. But like once you are on the live market, you can see that each candle here is one whole day. You know, we're right. We're here, right? Like this is gonna take 1, 2, 3, almost like 1 week or 2 weeks for this to happen. So like you only need to, okay, you spot something here on the daily. Okay, so price is approaching the pool. Price is approaching a very strong area here, or like let's say we're here, right? So price just gave us the first sign they wants to pull back. So okay, so the EQ is all the way up there. We had this supply here, which, like I said, we're gonna learn later. We still we could be pulling back. So like we had all these days here to look for longs, knowing that this was just a pullback. It doesn't mean because this is a pullback and price is bearish on the daily that we only gonna take short here. Of course, it's always better to go with order flow and like continue with price action. But like when you go here, okay, we had the 4 hour, the daily chalk to the upside. Then okay, price now switch bullish to the upside. Okay, maybe let me see. Yeah, later on you're gonna see that like one goes on top of the other. We had a big movement here, but like here probably price we would have a chalk to the upside here. Price maybe came to mitigate something, and then you start like, okay, I'm taking longs until price like reach the, like maybe the EQ or like the daily or the 4 hour supply. Then okay, now I'm gonna be a little more aware that price wants to just to mitigate that, then continue the move down. Okay. All right, guys. So this is a little more complex, but as we start learning and practicing, you see how everything aligns, and everything will start to make sense. But I believe that this is just to give you guys some good examples and teach you guys the concept, but nothing's better than practice. Like I remember studying this in the beginning. It was kind of hard because like, okay, like how do I put all these time frames together? But you see, like once you start doing daily swing and then 4 hour swing structure, and then you start, okay, on the 15 I'll do the swing, the internal, the chalks, and then like, okay, now I know where we are. Now I know that I only have this move here to take longs and that move to take shorts, and you go from there. Okay, guys, so again, if you guys have any question like about this section here, I'll try to if you guys have any like specific question, I'll try to make another video or answer it or go a little deeper into the teaching to help you guys to understand this a little more. And let me know in the comment section if you guys have any question. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.